The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports from the 6. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Tolbert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Burrow. He's got hurt Hurst is tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
11. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4. He threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape of what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
They certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 47 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
11, 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nixon will try the right side. And some room to work. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Prescott yet again. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
11. Stop.
On second down, here's Mixon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? but looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. It's Burrow. Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11. Gotta go.
Now it's Burrow. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Flush to his right. He finds his target. And the ball is knocked out. And the Bengals grab it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B. One starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. 79 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down. Now Joe Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. McPherson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now a stoppage as Samaje Perine appears to have been shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Prescott. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
47.
Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Here's Dak. And this one is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Here we go.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
On 2.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.